Hey everybody, what's going on? Froggy Sonics here. Nothing I say is financial advice, entertainment purposes only. Just coming back on real quick in the after hours to talk lightly about more TMF and Treasuries and the dollar. So you guys know a while back I was actually in quite a few bank shorts and quite a few bank puts till Jamie Dimon came out and pimped the market and said that the SEC is going to enact some type of bank short selling ban, which was completely false. The SEC came out a week later, said we have no interest or we have no decision in doing that. And then, of course, by then, Jamie Dimon saved his own butt because the bank stocks recovered on regional basis, even though most of the banks that I was in or I was short or had puts on have absolutely failed internal controls. Mark Cohodes was talking about it nonstop. They were wrapped up in all these crypto scams and they have horrible commercial real estate loans. So now, 6 days ago, S&P just downgraded some big banks. Here are the 5 that are impacted. S&P Global Ratings is downgrading the credit ratings of 5 banks, including some of the nation's largest lenders. The credit agency pointed to tough operating conditions that are straining the banking industry, right? The move comes only 2 weeks after Moody's cut the credit rating of 10 small and mid-sized banks because of growing financial risks. So, something big coming up. You got Associated Bank Corp, Comerica Inc., Key Corp, UMB Financial, Valley National Bank Corp, all downgraded after Moody's downgrades credit ratings, after, well, just weeks before BRICS had their big event over in South Africa. If you guys don't know what BRICS is, I'll just look it up for you real quick. BRICS, 1/3 of the world's global economy. So BRICS is Brazil, Russia, India, China, and South Africa, formed in 2010, but really coming to fruition this year as they keep meeting more and more, as we have more tension between the East and West again, Russia, China, Brazil, lots of, I don't want to say communist or socialist countries teaming up to fight Western capitalism is what's really going on. And in this, they could greatly devalue the dollar. So now we have a couple things that are going on. You have massive attempt to devalue the US dollar. We have multiple natural disasters happening all at once. You've got banks being downgraded. You have the huge crypto fallout that was mainly US centered. FTX, Sam Bankman Fried, Alameda Research coming into regional banks who were overexposed to crypto, and now potentially massive commercial real estate loan fall off because so many people are moving out of inner cities because of leftist politics, which is causing massive crime waves. You have stuff like Dick's Sporting Goods stores being looted clean. The employees are like, all right, have a nice day, which is why Dick's stock went down considerably off of basically lawlessness. We have more lawlessness than ever. You have banks that have overexpanded and overexposed themselves to massive internal control risks. You have crypto fallout, which is part of the internal control risks, and it's a really big deal. So, why I'm talking TMF is because when people know that we have massive market problems, we have massive bank problems, we have massive economic problems on the horizon, Treasuries is a safe bet to get into. Now, TMF was formed back in 2009 after the collapse, or at least that's where it started trading. And now it has just finished hitting its all time low at 556. I'm talking its all time low ever of 556. This thing is cool because it actually pays out dividends. It follows 20 plus year treasury bond 3x bull bear. I've never seen anything like this in my life. Now, we all know that Citadel did have quite a few shorts in treasuries. We've talked about that multiple times. You got Japan unloading treasuries. Everybody is basically switching gears to get away from the US dollar. That was a hell of a short if Citadel got in up here, which lets me know that they knew this was going to happen. Obviously, they know everything. So I'm looking at it. I'm seeing the new all-time low bouncing, started a mini reversal, and we're looking at multiple gaps back to the upside on the daily, like I've covered before. You've got the first gap. Let me zoom in a little further. hovering around 660, and then the second gap is around 880. Now, if this thing runs to 880, my call options are going to print like crazy. Not only that, I'll be in the money. But I'm starting to wonder if I want to buy this long, if I actually want to own stock in this, because while I wait, I would be getting the dividend, which isn't much. It's only like 3 or 4 cents. But as it recovers, the stock will go back up, fill the gaps. And we even have gaps up as far as 1079. There's another gap. Let's see, where's it at? There was a higher gap than 1079. I got to find it. There's some gaps here. We got a gap at boom, $19, $20. I mean, this thing has just been absolutely destroyed. And the crazy thing is treasuries are never going to go to zero. So a lot of other YouTubers are talking about big short squeeze potential, stuff like that. I'm not going to talk about short squeeze potential. I'm going to talk about very, very basic play here. Gaps to the upside, the dollar devaluing, banks are in trouble, they're being downgraded. Nobody wants to keep their money in a bank if the banks have internal control failures or if they're not healthy. Where do they go? They put it in treasuries. So if people start moving their money out of banks, or big institutions move money out of banks into treasuries, and this thing starts to recover, any shorts that are in it are going to get pinched, and they're going to want to start covering their short and get out of the play, potentially go long. It's a very easy, simple thesis here. I believe when the banks take a bigger hit regionally and nationally, you're going to see this recover. This is what I'm doing. I've got call options on it already. I'm going to start coming in and probably buying some shares under $7 and hold them for an extended period of time. Because if this is true and we do see, let's say, I'll just say this, if Trump ends up winning the US election, investor confidence is going to come back massively and you're going to see the market tick up. If Biden wins, we're going to get more of the same. If you have DeSantis win, you'll probably see a little bit of market recovery, but nothing like you would see with Trump. If another Democrat wins other than Biden that actually has a decent head on their shoulders, then you'll see a really slow roll back to the upside. But everybody's absolutely had it economically with the Biden administration. They're a disaster. So coming in knowing that Trump is already winning straw polls, Iowa, and that he is trending more virally than anybody else on the internet, I'm going to start checking in to stuff like this, back into stocks, looking at back at treasuries. Even if the market comes up, banks are still going to be hurting. This could be a really good thing. I would actually say that if Trump doesn't win, it may even be better for the TMF play, because if the economy does not turn around, then banks aren't going to do as good as they need to, and people are going to keep coming back into treasuries. So, all right, let's see this here. BRICS controlled 80% of the world oil. America is over. Yeah, we'll see, man. It's a big deal. People are not listening and they're not looking, but BRICS is a big deal. What's up, bro? What's up, RWK? Hulk Hogan, what happened to the shorts having to cover with AMC? Shorts never have to cover. The shorts basically just got let off the hook because all they're doing is they're paying cash in lieu of shares that were required to be delivered. There's people who were supposed to have their ape converted and turned into shares. They were just paid cash in lieu. People are saying that their account has been sold off without their consent, without their permission. And now they're just saying that they're going to get a check in the mail. So the market absolutely hosed everybody. Adam Aaron played ball with the overall market and boom, absolutely sold retail out. And now they're just basically turning off all the short interest. They're going to pay everybody out in cash instead of shares, which is going to make the squeeze basically go away. If you cover said shorts by paying out shares that you were supposed to probably have recalled, I don't know what to say anymore about it. Yep. It was set up a long time ago, go down the way it did. AA made his 40 million. Oh yeah. Adam Aaron and the insiders made all their money and then they set retail up just to get destroyed. So that too, IDX, I couldn't get into my puts this morning. IV was pretty crazy on it. It's still hovering around 350, which is really good. I'm going to wait till it opens tomorrow. I may actually just take out a short on this if there's shares available, because this thing could very much well go back down to $1. And with the volatility, the IV on the stock or the options lately It's kind of crazy. They literally opened up like around $3 and then they were 30 cents at the end of the day. So it looks like it's been priced correctly. I may just go in and go short this thing and be very careful to make sure there's not any crazy upside. But this stock on IDEX, it's an electric tractor company. It's called Ideanomics. They got 31 million in debt, 18 million in cash. They just did a 1-for-125 reverse split. Electric tractors are not really going to be a thing in my opinion because rural America has to run on diesel. Electric tractors are not maintainable enough in my opinion with charging costs, with maintenance, with everything else going on. Diesel just wins the day in the farming industry all the time. This thing has been absolutely destroyed over the years. It opened up at one point with all the reverse splits they've done. I can't even tell you what it actually opened up at anymore, but it never went to $875. It's just had good runs, probably $10, $20, something like that. Then it was crushed. Then at 3 cents, they did a 1-for-125 reverse split. Hoping tomorrow to take out a decent short position on this. If not, I'll load up some puts. And I think this is going to be a good play down to 50 cents for my portfolio. Space still just popping around. Had a little recovery today. Like I said, that's a long-term hold for me. I'm going to wait and see and check and see if any shorts start deciding to cover on this thing because they've absolutely destroyed it down from 60. And now that they're down here, they're actually having successful space flights. So it's really curious that this thing hasn't recovered yet, but it does look like it's getting into a point where it has to get ready for a trend reversal. It's already broke out once here, popped up, started coming down again, and now it's hitting new bottoms. So I'm going to keep on space. I really think they could do something. So, I can claim $3,500 a year against my federal taxes. Look like it will take me about 10 years on taxes. Yeah, there you go. Mike Kemper could not buy puts on AMC today. All orders were rejected. AMC is completely FUBAR right now. There's so many people that do not have their shares, or they're getting cash in lieu, or their accounts are saying zero. Even computer shares having problems. Everything is screwed up on AMC right now. Everything. I've got shares that I didn't even know I was supposed to have. I woke up and had 55 shares in my account, and I was pretty sure I sold everything. So I'm just sitting on those, and I'm going to wait and sit on my AMC call options I have for September 1st, which are probably just going to get ripped Friday. So, word has it electric costs just as much as gas vehicle. Yeah, it's especially with a tractor. The battery technology you have to have in an electric tractor is insane. It's just not feasible. It doesn't make any sense to me, which is why after a 1-for-125 reverse split, which they're going to try to raise cash on, I'm going to go ahead and start shorting this thing. I wish I would have been able to get in last week, but now maybe tomorrow I'm going to wait and see what the price action is, take out a decent short or buy some good puts and just wait. And if I get puts, I'm going to do 30 days out. I'm going to sit and watch this thing just tumble back down to $1 to $2 again. I mean, it doesn't make any sense. To me, it looks like the insiders are getting ready, which is only like 3% owned. They're getting ready for a cash raise so they can pay themselves out before the company goes bankrupt. It's obvious the DTC isn't delivering. Why? This is massive criminal. Yeah, it's because there's no shares. There's no shares to deliver. That's the problem. It's the thesis we've had all along. The only thing is Adam Aaron has created a situation with Ape and AMC where shorts don't have to cover their shares. Hulk Hogan, tractor trailers, same issue. Don't see it working out with the bigger vehicles. Yeah, the battery tech alone for that is just insane. Unless you're on some kind of monorail, maybe the Tesla mass transit's going to work out because they've put a lot of technology and R&D into it. But when they have to start changing out these massive batteries, it's going to get really expensive. So, anyways, there's nothing really else going on, guys. I just wanted to pop on real quick. I'm not really seeing any important traffic on Twitter. So in a nutshell, looking to go short or puts IDEX if I can't get shares. TMF still long, call options, thinking about buying some stock, waiting to see what happens with overstock. Kind of missed a little bit of a run there. It's irritating. Should have got in at 23.3. I still see a gap down at 21. I think the market's in for a big tumble coming up here soon. So I'm going to hold cash on hand. I've got some CDs that are maturing January, which is going to be really nice. So did you get any HE spends? Nope, not today. My Fidelity account is completely just absolutely just screwed up right now because of Ape and AMC. they basically took away all my buying power for the day. And they're like, yeah, we got to wait till everything settles and blah, blah, blah. And it's just crazy. So tomorrow I'm supposed to have cash, but let me check to see what HE did. Ooh, yeah, HE had a nice recovery. Good call, RWK. You called that one, man. That thing ran really good. Pre-market just took off. I hope you got some, brother. That is crazy, man. You called it yesterday. You said HE is looking good, and then boom, there you go. Shot right up, and that thing looks like it just wants to take off, man. That thing looks like it wants to rip right back up to that gap. Look at that gap. 31 bucks. And it's maintained that for a long time. So 2021 during pandemic, it crashed, came back, boom, crashed on Hawaii. Now this thing could run. Yeah, it looks like call options are probably a good idea on HE. So tomorrow, if I have the cash, I'll get on HE and I'll try probably like $16 call options for October 20 maybe. So I'll check that out in the morning, man. Good call, buddy. They might be held liable though. Watch for news. Oh, so HE, are they saying that the reasons the fire started was because of the grid failure? Yeah, I was wondering about that because you've seen all the power lines down and everything. Several lawsuits have been filed against Hawaiian Electric Industries alleging the utility company is negligently responsible for the wildfires in Maui. The cause of the wildfire is still under investigation. The lawsuit claimed the Hawaiian Electric is liable for damage caused which killed 99 people, destroyed thousands of homes and 11,000 acres. So if they are liable, the stock could absolutely plummet. Hawaiian Electric's a pretty big company. They're probably going to have the backing of the government. We'll see. If they are cleared, yeah, this thing will absolutely rocket back to 30. That's a good point. I'm going to go ahead and say that they will probably just settle out of court, just like Adam Aaron did with AMC. So that's a really good find, man. I'm going to go ahead and nail some call options on Hawaiian Electric in the morning. Probably $18 October 20. Jeez, Pete, I can't type. HE calls and call options. More information October 20. Chances are settlements are reached or they aren't responsible. That could be a real big runner, buddy. Yep, credit spread to play it safe if wanted. I can't even put this stock in Poland just as many as the others. Yeah, so all right, guys, tomorrow I'm going to look at HE, some $16 October 20s, and I'm looking at short and IDX. That thing could go back to 50 cents and it could go lower than that. IDX might be a good thing just to short for long-term reasons. So I'll probably get into that tomorrow. And then I'm still just sitting and watching a Novix and Overstock, man, seeing if I can get a better entry. Maybe I miss it, whatever. A lot of talk about natural grass run, but I don't know. Yep. Cool. Well, thanks for coming in, guys. I just wanted to do a quick after-hours stream. I'm going to start doing one in the morning and then a quick one after hours to talk about plays that come up in the chat. I'm going to go ahead and put HE on my watch list now. Wish I would have been able to get in yesterday. All these good plays are happening, but I was stuck in ape. It's so annoying. So we got TMF, HE, IDX, Overstock, Space, and Novix. And I'm going to keep watching the other regional bank stocks for any fallout. But tomorrow, TMF, going to follow in on my call options, going to hold it for a minute. Got those October 20 HE. I'm going to look at probably $18 October 20s. IDX, I'm just going to go short. So thank you for coming in. Thanks for the chat. RWK88, appreciate you, brother. You're always coming in with good plays. Hope everybody has a good evening. Catch me in the morning. I'll be on at market open, 7:30 my time, 9:30 Eastern time, and we'll try to make some money. So And please feel free to come in with your AMC questions too. I don't mind. Like if you got AMC questions, I'll answer them. So either way, you guys have a great weekend, or you guys have a great night. Froggy Stomach's out.